All right, NASCAR 15 community. I'm going to go over decals and paint schemes. Not going to go over all of them. That just takes too damn long. But just going to give you a brief summary of how I kind of paint the car and just try to be original. Some of them are replicas, but I guess I want to start with I kind of keep a base paint scheme on the floor because sometimes we all know we enter a race and the paint schemes don't generate correctly. So I kind of got a theory that if I keep this to the base paint scheme, um, sometimes if you have my career car in in a shop, sometimes it burns in onto the next car on your next race, your next custom paint scheme on that particular race, and you can kind of see the image of your paint scheme on that car, or it makes it flip flop, where you kind of pretty much the headlights and the grill are underneath the front paint or the side paint, or uh, it's just in reverse. It doesn't generate correctly. So pretty much, I had a theory that if I leave it like this, then it won't burn in when I start the race. So far, it's been working out. And also, whenever you download or install anything to your PS3 hard drive, it will automatically mess your paint schemes up where they won't generate correctly. So whenever you download something or update the game or whatever, you need to go to Paint Booth and resave all your paint schemes, and that will eliminate them generating incorrectly. So without further ado, let me get started. Go to the Paint Booth. All right, here's my first one I made, first one ever I made on 2014. I just pretty much brought it over to NASCAR 15. I had to make it all over again. It was a pain in the ass. Here's a Carl Edwards 99. I like Carl Edwards, one of my favorite drivers. Here's a Flex Seal, which is really a Xfinity paint scheme. I almost said Nationwide. It's like a habit. But it's an Xfinity paint scheme. I like the Flex Seal colors. Don't worry, I'm going to zoom in on them pretty soon. Just kind of going over them all because I know I'm not going to show every last one of them up close. Just maybe 3 or 4. Here's a Jeff Gordon. I couldn't do it's a Jeff Gordon tribute. Love Jeff Gordon too, but I couldn't get the flames because the flames they have in a decal booth are just shitty, and then plus flames anywhere are not something I like to put on the car. It's like old school. Whenever you do something like that, it just doesn't look right. So this is kind of I think Casey Kane kind of had this theme with the Pepsi Max, and I just kind of pretty much used that for Jeff Gordon and kind of made a custom, paint scheme or whatever because of the flames. I just couldn't get it with the limited options in decals, tools or whatever. And here is Verizon Wireless. I kind of had with the Toyota with the red grill. Of course, you got to have the Dale Earnhardt Sr. I got that. I'll give you a close up of that one. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. Windows 10. Got the Joey Logano. Up and coming. Well, I shouldn't say up and coming. He's just been pretty much just a onslaught of a driver, in my opinion, for his age. Kind of reminds me of Jeff Gordon a little bit. Then you got Brad Keselowski. Can't believe I said that wrong. But got his Worth car. Kind of like that paint scheme. I had a black one, the black Alliance truck parts, but they dropped the DLC, so I deleted that. Here's a Reese's Toyota. This is pretty much a custom one. This is not too hard. It might seem like it was hard, but it wasn't. But I got it done. And here's a Chevy Doritos, Toyota Burger King custom. And this is pretty much my own idea. It's like a Tron Logitech theme car. Of course, you got to have a cold trickle. Bears fan, of course, got one of those. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. again. I got 3 Dale Earnhardt Jr. cars. And all blue Nationwide. And they got the Mountain Dew all green. I had too many black cars in my lineup, so I deleted most of those. I had a Team Penske lineup. I got it in my downloads under the videos. Whenever you see like a Ford race Sprint Cup race on my upload list or playlist, then you will see in the link there's a Ford pack. No, that's like a Team Penske. All the Penske cars, well, pretty much some of them are Xfinity and Sprint themed paint schemes, and pretty much, I had too many black cars on that, so I just pretty much deleted them because for whatever reason you can only get 19 or 20 cars, and you can't edit or delete any cars created after that. And here's a PS4, something to complement the PS3 when I made. That was my first car, so this is a PS4 one. So I got more cars behind that, but it says last edit, it won't go past that. Even though if you continue to make cars, you can't make another one past that point. So I'm gonna start with this one. I just made this yesterday. Well, yesterday, as in, was it 9/29/2015? Here we go. PS4. Got the number and gradient. Kind of made my own font with the letters. Got the PS4 in the background. See the future. Look at those lines in that shit. I hate that. Can't get rid of it either. Anyway, there we go. Logitech, of course. This was one of my decals. I'll go over that in a second. And there's the front. PS4 with the PlayStation logo on the bottom. I love the Toyota grills. At first, I thought the Toyotas were the most ugliest piece of shits on the road in NASCAR because I actually hated that Dodge and Pontiac. Of course, Pontiac was no longer in NASCAR, and then Dodge fell off, and I was just so fucking mad. And then Toyota came along. I'm like, this is a piece of shit, ugly ass fucking cars. But they're in the fucking game, and I wanted to paint something different because pretty much everyone drives Chevy, and of course you got to drive a Ford. I'm a Ford fan. I used to work at Ford, so I'm kind of partial to Ford. So pretty much, here you go, right here. I had to do something with the Toyotas to make me like them more, and I just found a way. And they're actually a pretty fucking hot, futuristic looking NASCAR, almost like a concept car that you would never actually see on the road as far as the front end goes. But they grow on me, and I like it. I pretty much drive the Toyotas more than anything now. And got the GameStop decals. So let me go to decals real quick. And let's see. Go to brush. And go over some of my decals I have. There's a Verizon Wireless PlayStation logo. Exalta that I started on. Alliance Truck Parts I started on. Got a white one, a black one. Twitter, Pepsi. Had to have a Shell logo. Because for some reason they didn't want to put a Shell decals in the game. Boost Mobile, Verizon. Come on, generate. Alright, Worth. SKF, different colors. Snap on, got how you snap on. Kelly Blue Book, which is kind of hard. You know what, I'm going to go, this Nationwide was kind of hard too. Had to put it in two parts because it was just too damn hard to do it, in one decal, one brush setting, because it was just, you couldn't see all the details you needed to put on the image because it was just too damn, not enough room. So I'll start with this one. Oops, messed up. What was it about right there? All right, edit. All right. Now note, whenever you make letters, do not skew them when you make them. Start them off straight. You can always skew them later because you're just going to make it harder to get, to put it in layers, as far as getting the green, the red, and then a white background with the light green background to the dark green base or whatever. So, you pretty much, well, I pretty much started with the word Mountain Dew. Let's see if I can move it. With the word mountain. with the word mountain. Actually, I started with the light green one. And then I just kind of put do under it. And then I just pretty much, you know, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much did this. And then, what would that be right here? You know how to make letters. Just keep doing it till you get it. And that's pretty much that. And I just put it in layers, of course. This shit is actually harder than what it needs to be, because if you could just do it on a computer and import it to the game like you could on NASCAR 09, which is why I started making paint schemes, and that's actually why I kind of fell in love with NASCAR 09. And pretty much it would be a lot easier if they just left it like that. I'm gonna go to another decal. Go to the someone asked me about the Burger King logo. Go over that real fast. Brush. Should be number 3. There it goes. Mellow yellow. There it goes right there. I do that one. Edit. All right, here we go. Burger King. This was pretty easy. And whenever I do decals, I just pretty much build them in a negative image. So you just circles. You just build it up. That's all. You got half circles here. You just kind of just piece it together like Legos, because instead of just you should be able to just find a logo online and import the fucker and use it, paste it on your fucking car and be done with it. After you strip it of the background or whatever, like you could on NASCAR 09. Here's the letters right here. See? Now, with the trick with letters, whenever you're making letters and you want them kind of curved on a radius or something like that, let's see, let me get the half a circle. So whenever you start, just for example, so whenever you start building letters, this is what I like to do. I said, all right, got GG. So pretty much whenever you want to make them like in a certain style, or if they just kind of like the letters are climbing a little bit, you kind of want to start them right there. Then you put your next ones right here. And you kind of keep them uniform. Another thing I do is when I scale them, all of my, what the fuck, why is it taking so long? Making an already long video longer. Oh, anyway, it's moving. Okay, just saying please wait, I just exit out. All of my decals are pretty much the same number. I don't know if you can see it, but I kind of keep the digits as close as I can get them. There it goes. 09.7, what was it? 0.957. So there it goes right there. So that way, when you do that, I have to get a new decal. When you leave it like that at 9, when you got them all the same size, so whenever you build letters under it, whatever you want to do, put a little color on it fast. I know this is a fucking mess, but whenever you want to build letters under it, let's just say, for instance, I grab this. I say I grab this. You want to keep them, say your first letter with GG was, 0957. and then say you want the next letters to be smaller because you want it to look like it's kind of, fading away or whatever, or like you want to give it like a 3D look to it. So you want to shrink them and you want to keep it the same on that side, so that way when you drop it down, you remember where you hit it, because you're not using GG. 9 times out of 10, you're going to grab new text, and it might be in a different font, and then you're like, damn, what was the fucking numbers? And you got to go back through. But if you keep them all the same, then you know this was, let's say, 800 X and Y negative and positive. So then you kind of keep them all the same. That way the letter's not looking all uneven. But that's with the Burger King. Oh, one other thing too. These little lines right here are really kind of neat because it gives you that 3D image, like the bun is shining. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. All right, I'm going to go to the next decal. Keep saying decal. Next brush. Excuse me. Big dinner, big dinner. All right. I'm not going to go over the nationwide bird because a lot of people online have already posted how they do that. Let's see. Miller. I'll do Miller. I'll do the Miller on the PS4. Damn, I keep doing it. All right, here we go. Edit. There we go. There you have it. And all it is, let's see if I can get it. All it is, I individually put each letter separately. You can see it building up. And of course, this is a shitty font. So I kind of use the negative images, the negative images of this font, in my head. And like, okay, if I get some these little pillars right here, I like to call them, and you can just kind of stick them in there to make the letters look more of that Miller font. Just kind of, because the M was pretty tight looking, so it was too close together. So you use this and you kind of space it out a little bit, and then you use the circles for the end. That's all it is. You just put the black circle in the inside of it. And it's all about negative images. That's pretty much how I do it. So the E was, this is not even really just a circle. I skewed and I just put the little black dot in there. And that's it. It's just negative images. All these little towers right here. All these little decals. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it's a shame you got to go through all that work just to make Miller. She have a in cursive font for you to, to go through, or some kind of calligraphy there to put the signature of the drivers on the side of the car, but they don't offer that. But there you go with that. You got an idea about. I guess you got an idea how I kind of built the letters up. Yes, I'm gonna go to one more brush. Then show the rest of my paint schemes that time will allow. Let's see. Trying to be as quick as possible. All right, PS4. I just made this yesterday. I had a lot more decals, but like I said, I deleted them because it's only a certain amount of decals that you can have in that decal list, the brush list, which are ultimately decals. But all right, anyway. All right, as you can see, this PS4, it has a black, the first layer is all black square decal. And I'll go all the way down. And as you look at the PS4, it's kind of like under the black shroud, the PS4 is kind of like peeking out. You know, it's kind of like it's just peeking out through, like the PS4 was kind of cut, and it's just all negative images with squares. Move the black backdrop, and there you go. These just rectangles. That's it. Just rectangles. Negative images. That's all it is. A negative image and a gradient blue background with black squares over it. Blue and purple or violet or whatever fucking color it is. But that's it. That's all you're doing. Just try to find the negative images and stuff, and it's a lot easier than try to create it like as if you were trying to draw it freehand. Because of course you can't do that. But they give you enough shapes and different things to skew. Skew is like something you do when you finish it. You know, after you already built it, then you skew it, stick it on there. All right, now I'm gonna go to some other paint schemes. All right, come on. All right, I'm gonna go to one I in particularly like because I haven't seen anyone do anything like this, and that's this Reese's. I haven't seen anyone do anything like this, but you know, I had a computer arts class, so I kind of used that little bit of knowledge to, kind of make best of what I got here on the game as far as the tools go. All right, here we go. So I kind of got the texture of the inside, the bite, even though it's a clean bite, but it's close enough. Kind of got the Reese's. I had to connect them to the R and the E's and the S's together with different decals to get the Reese's, and got the wheels looking chocolate front end. I don't like the Camry because I thought this was an ugly front end, but I thought it was permanent black on all the cars, but it's not. You can cover that shit up and you can do something with it, creative, you know. And there you go. I think Kevin Harvick used to drive the 29 Reese's car back in the day. I might be wrong on that. There you go. Burger King. You know, you can use the same decals on all the different paint schemes you got. All right, let me back up. Go to another one real fast. Yeah, so you'll notice I kind of like show a little favoritism toward the Toyotas now because I was neglecting them so bad at first, but found a use for them. Go over that Joey Logano in 1 second. Here's a Tron Logitech. You know, I always kind of want to make a Tron car or have a Tron, something like Tron as a toy, but this is even better because I get to ride it on the actual race. And I love Logitech, good product, good steering wheel. I'm gonna get the next one as soon as I get that free $300, $400. And there you go. Well, it's really not no rush in getting the next Logitech steering wheel because NASCAR 16 and 17 is not out yet. Even though Project Cars is a good game, but I got Gran Turismo for all the road courses, so I'm not too hard pressed to get Project Cars or anything like that. Even though I would like to have it, but the current steering wheel I own now, the G27, was not compatible with PS4. And here you go. Yep, GameStop Power Tip Players. A little bit of advertisement. There you go. On to the next one. Love that grill. Love the grill. Nice and neat. The Verizon car I got has a red grill like that also. But I'm not going to go over that. It's pretty much the same concept. Let's see. Go do a Chevy. Show some love to the Chevy and I'm ending with that Joey Logano Ford. All right. Doritos. Taste it already. This is a nice looking fucking car. Hit it with the gloss at the end. And it just everything just pops out nice and shiny. Look at that. Doritos. Did I delete that decal? I know I didn't delete it. Doritos. I have to check. Because I didn't see it. Mountain Dew, Doritos, Chevy, Geico. And this is not my concept. I seen this online. Seen a photo of it online. It was kind of a computer, CGI image, so I just kind of copied it. I said that'd be cool if I can get that Doritos logo down. So I started with the logo, the decal at first, and then I went from there. And the sides weren't really hard either. It's just a gradient white with the orange, um, in the background. I think it's like gradient 6, not 4, 4 or 3, 4 or 3. So let me see. Let's see if I can find my brushed Doritos. Let's see. Can't lose that. Because I've been deleting decals. Because if you build too many decals, it will freeze the game while you're in the middle of building a new car and you fucking lose everything, man. That shit sucks. There it is right there. Okay, let's take a look at it. There you go, right there. Doritos. That wasn't hard at all. Straight font. That font is available without skewing or doing anything with it. Couple of triangles. Skewed down, real skinny. One square, skewed down. That's it. That's all it is. It's just triangles and letters. And that is it. And that's it for my video. My battery's getting low on my phone, so